fought, they bled, and some died so that we might inherit this land, this republic, this dignity. Fellow Kenyans, independence was never a gift. It was earned through blood, sweat, and relentless courage. Forests became battlegrounds, towns became prisons, schools became sites of resistance. Independence was bought with sacrifice, and every story, every name, every life lost, a lesson for today. We must never forget that the republic belongs to the people, and it is our sacred duty to defend it. And yet, 62 years later, that sacred inheritance is under threat. National assets like Safaricom, Kenya Pipeline, KCB, JKIA have been pawned, mismanaged, and sold without transparency, without public participation, and without regard for the law and the constitution of our republic. These are not mere businesses. They are the backbone of our economy, the gateways of our sovereignty, and the pillars of our republic. Every transaction that does not include the people, for the people, undermines them and is an affront to our history. Look at the facts. Safaricom, our national crown jewel, had 15% of its shares sold at a fraction of its true value. Kenya Pipeline, the lifeline of our energy sector, is also facing the same threat. JKIA, our gateway to the world, has been compromised in management decisions favoring profit over national security. And KCB, a pillar of financial system, has been manipulated to benefit a few insiders. This is not economic reform. This is international neocolonialism, a quiet auctioning of our sovereignty. Fellow Kenyans, the courts have intervened on Safaricom, on KPC, on JKIA, and we have just received good news that the court orders have been issued against the opaque US-Kenya health deal that was signed recently without any public participation. But the intention by this nefarious regime was clear: a systematic, step-by-step erosion of our sovereignty. This is neocolonialism by insiders, a form of recolonization disguised as policy, defended with silence and apathy. We cannot allow or entertain this. Sovereignty is not symbolic. It's a sacred and constitutional duty. From the peaks of Mount Kenya to the shores of Lamu, from Lake Victoria to the plains of Narok, every Kenyan has a stake. The republic is ours, and we will defend it with courage, with unity, and with vigilance. Every pipeline sold, every share disposed, every asset compromised is a betrayal of the generations who fought for our freedom. We call on every citizen, every institution, every civil society organization, and every community to rise up. Protect our pipelines, our airports, our companies, our financial institutions, and demand accountability. Defend our sovereignty. Let no one mistake silence for consent. We must defend our assets, our minerals, like the gold in Migori, and Kakamega, and Busia, that are now under invasion, to restore dignity and reclaim our republic. More significant, we must defend our multi-party democracy that is now under existential threat from this rogue regime. We witnessed in the recently concluded shambolic 27th November 2025 by-elections that the chairman of Iebc, and I was very surprised on Monday, I think the 8th, listening to Chairman Ethekon saying that elections cannot be stolen in Kenya. It's an impossibility. Is he a stranger in Jerusalem? This position has already been contradicted by very credible observers who participated in these by-elections, including the Kenya National Human Rights Commission. We heard from them. The indictment was harsh in terms of how Iebc failed to conduct these elections properly. We have also heard from ELOG. They also returned a very harsh verdict, and both have said, and many others, that including the Law Society of Kenya, and we must thank them for this, that the just concluded by-elections were not free and fair. They were heavily rigged in favor of state-sponsored candidates, and they were tainted by violence,